be host this evening, and our teaching monk will be Venerable Pisit Jittasutdho. Before we start this evening session, I'd like Nancy to share with us about the news, what's going on in the temple, what's going on in Dhammakaya temple at the moment. Okay, Nancy.
Yes, thank you, Natalie. At the moment, today we will have Puja Khao Prat tonight at 3:30. So today we just prepared the ceremony at the temple at the moment. Just creative, the beautiful place for some food and all flower, beautiful thing at the temple. And also we will have a meditation at 3:30 tonight. And tomorrow morning, we will have food offering in the early morning, and also candle offering for Visakha, Visak Day, we call that. That will be happen on 15th of May. Yes, so 6 o'clock p.m. until 8:30. If anyone interested, please come and join. It will be beautiful day. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, that's wonderful. I think next month coming up, we have Pisit Day, which is kind of is a Buddhist sort of a heart of Buddhism. It's one of another auspicious day to do with the as Buddhist as to the Buddha and everything. Yes, one of the important day. I think at Dhammakaya temple we hold the full moon meditation class, which is and then we have like candle lighting and stuff as well. So yeah, if you happen to live nearby, so all welcome. Or I believe other temples around the UK in our branches will do the same. Pisak ceremony as well. So yeah, so for this evening, for some of us who happens to be here for the first time, I will just to tell everyone about our Venerable Pisit Jittasutdho. Venerable Pisit Jittasutdho received his bachelor's in liberal arts and science from the University of Illinois at Chicago, America. As a sophomore, he practiced meditation regularly at the Meditation Center of the Chicago, Illinois, and was a volunteer there. After graduation, he returned to Thailand and ordained as a Theravada Buddhist monk in 2004. He has since dedicated his time to practice meditation and teach Dhamma from the Lord Buddha worldwide. Thousands of students and many groups of meditators from around the world have traveled to Thailand to receive his training. He has taught in various places such as the United States of America, Switzerland, Italy, South Africa, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Vietnam, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Japan, and Philippines. He is currently resident at Wat Dhammakaya, London, and teaches weekly meditation in a channel called Great Teaching Monk, or GTM, every Saturday and Sunday since the end of 2016 until today. So please welcome our teaching monk this evening. If anyone would like to pay respect to our teaching monk by bowing 3 times. Bow, bow, and bow.
Hello everyone. Just a few moments. Let me adjust this just real quick. I changed the wrong date. Forgot to changing it. Hello everyone. Welcome to our DMEU session. Hope you enjoy your time meditating together. And before we start today, I think you had learned a lot from our MC announcement already. So I think you all know what to expect, what to do for your plan in this upcoming tomorrow, first Sunday, and also on Visak Day, which is going to happen in the next full moon. Today, just new moon, so you can see me shake my head, and I will shake my head again on the next full moon. So hopefully you all can make it and join us on this special auspicious occasion. But if you can't make it at the temple, please make sure go to anywhere that feel comfortable for you, whether it's on Zoom or in your local temple that's close to where you live. All right, everyone. Well, I'm not gonna wasting too much of our time, and tomorrow, in fact, it's gonna be big day, especially in our temple. Why? Because it's gonna be first Sunday and we have to wake up very early at 3 a.m. in the morning. If you are living in the EU or UK, yes, you know how painful that would be. But hey, it's auspicious, so I'm thinking you're gonna be enjoyed. But if you cannot make it, well, don't worry. At the very least, having time setting up for the next event. Okay, then I think if everyone is settled, allow me to let's begin our meditation. All right. Oh, wait, let me just change the video real quick because this one it will be blocking on Facebook. Just one moment. This one doesn't block. All right. Yes. Sharing screen. All right. Now let us begin our inner peace time. So let's close our eyes. Relax the mind and body. And adjusting yourself, sitting in a relaxed and most comfortable position without any tension on your body. Relax truly from the top of your head. Relax down to your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Loosen your eyelids. No need to use our eyes as we close them down to disconnect and cut all the distraction. Then relax all the muscles in your face, down to your neck and shoulder. Adjusting your back, your body properly, free from the tension that may arise. Continue to relax both of your arms down to the tips of your hands. Going down further, down to your legs, your knees, and all the way to your feet completely. Making your whole body feeling most comfortable for the meditation. Spending these few moments adjusting yourself. When you are done, continue on to adjust the mind. It is very important to find the comfortable feeling and relaxation in the beginning. Body and mind are connected to one another. So when the body is relaxed, it would resolve the mind to follow. So adjusting yourself in the sitting position properly. When you are done, continue to adjust the mind. Let us begin relax by take a deep breath. Slowly breathing it out. Feel the air come into the lung and allow our awareness coming back to ourselves. Then clear our thoughts, empty the mind while you breathe out. And imagine that we are alone in a place that we like to be by ourselves, somewhere in the nature with an open space, like somewhere near the river. Observe the mind through your relaxation. Check and see if there's still any parts need to be adjusted. Then adjust and resume. Slowly rest the mind somewhere inside yourself, around your abdomen, or at any point of your preference. Observe the mind peacefully. Should the thought arise, don't worry. Making yourself become friend with the thought and the mind. Let it be, let it go, without following your thoughts. Or you may calm the mind by recite a mantra. You may use your own mantra or the following one, which is Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Continue, recite the mantra in the mind until the mind has calmed down or the mantra fades away by itself. Sometimes our mind may slip out from our body, thinking of the place where it likes to be. In this case, remain calm and be neutral. Lightly imagine the sun inside your body Observe the sun peacefully. Should the mind continue wandering outside, you can always conjure the sun back at yourself to recall the mind back as where you like it to be. As we continue to progress, finding inner peace, maintain our self-relaxation and mindfulness within your body. So let us continue finding ourselves inner peace in this journey together in silence until the appropriate time. still maintain the mind within ourselves as our mind gradually come to a standstill. Joy and peace would arise, fill into our mind. The mind that's finding inner peace, it would find the way to open love freely without any condition. So allow your mind to expand and share this feeling, the inner peace, love, and kindness with others that we love, beginning with yourself, family, and friends, and all the people that you love. Expand the mind in all directions, as far and wide as you can, from yourself to your room and everyone in this room, expanding further, cover your home, your neighbor and neighborhood, expanding further, cover your town, your state, your country, eventually the whole world, sharing loving kindness with them all, wishing everyone to be happy more and more. For those who suffer, may they find peace and joy. For those who are happy, may they be happier. Wishing everyone and every being to find peace, loving one another, and resolve any conflict that arise, especially in Ukraine, sending our loving kindness, wishing all the matters to be settled in peaceful manner, and may every being love one another, cause we all are family in this world. Spending last few moments, spread our loving kindness until the appropriate time. breath. Slowly breathing it out. Maintain the mind in the balance of mindfulness and relaxation inside yourself. Continue on after our meditation, so you can find yourself inner peace everywhere you go and whatever you do. Now is the time for the end of our session. As the tradition, the monk would give the blessing, so you may find yourself peace and happiness. You can open your eyes after the blessing. Sappha Putthanubbhavena, Sappha Dhammanubbhavena, Sappha Sanghanubbhavena, Sattha Soti, Bhavantu Te. May you all find happiness in life and may all your wishes come true very easily. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoy your inner peace time with me in this session. Allow me to check your meditation experience so I can give you some tips. For those of you who are feeling relaxed, could you read the comment in this following scroll or just raise your hand? Either way is fine with me. For those who are feeling relaxed, could you raise your hand, please? Thank you very much. Hey, no one falling asleep, right? Good. All right. Anyone experience like time fly by very fast or feeling like your body is light or disappear? Raise your hand, please. Okay, very good. All right, that's good. Now, the top questions. Anyone experience joy or happiness or brightness inside? Raise your hand. Thank you very much. Wow, that's very good. My master used to mention that when our mind happy or feeling joy, finding brightness within, the positive energy or merits in Buddhism term, it has a very, very powerful energy. Very so much that it, if you continue make good deeds, this just one instant is more than just doing that good deed for 100 years or building the temple or building the house. But it's different kind of action performed through merit to make merit. But either way, it's a lot of amount. So if you can gain that for many times, or I would say long time, that's how much positive energy stored in the mind, and it could help miracles happen to your life. At the very least, make yourself be happy, that's for sure. Okay. All right. As for ourselves today, I have prepared some good wisdom that I like to share with you. We have many people that I sometimes never seen before, or those who are from my class in United States as well. So welcome to our DMEU session. Today, in fact, I'm going to teach this on Inner Peace Sunday, but in different aspect, but the same story. So I guess you won't be bored with the story that I say. All right, so what is it about? Of course, please be prepared though. The wisdom today, it may be not a pleasant to hear, but it's the fact that can raise our awareness. But if you don't feel it to your liking, please let me know so that way I can adjust. But if you feel it's very useful, please give me some thumbs up or like in Facebook, okay? All right, so what it is then, let's take a look. Just one moment. All right. Oh, let me change the date. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, today is DMEU, so it should be DMEU then. All right, good. So, well, the topic for today is 12 negligence. I am not sure if I use appropriate words. I mean, correct word more than appropriate. Let me rephrase that. Because the time in the translation is mean careless or not being mindful or not paying attention. This is something that usually happens to all our life because something that there is a saying that mention this, that making us raising our awareness. There is a saying that in his last words, the Buddha instruct us to be heedful. Oh, my bad, everyone. It's a wrong presentation. Just give me a few moments. All right, I just, this one not an update one. Let me give you a new one. Yes, this one better. This one update with more sliding. All right. Yeah. Okay, this one. Okay. In the last word of the Buddha, he mentioned that we need to be heedful to see our actions as important and keep important in the mind at all times. In other words, we should also mindful at all time in everything we do, because otherwise we could make mistake and make ourselves regret in the future if we do not careful or being mindful or heedful in ourselves. So I like to use this term negligence more like that. So in the practice of being mindful or not being negligent, there are 12 status that we normally tend to be negligent on. So let's take a look at this one by one. Okay. One is, do not be negligent thinking that we will live forever. We all realize that soon our time will come. It may not be pleasant to hear, but it is something that we are hoping that we would be living on forever or forget that the time will come at any time without realizing. So when we realize this, at the very least, we will do ourselves by making the time that we remain to the benefits of our life and others. So we will be prepared and won't be regret because we realize that we do not live on forever. This is one thing that we must remind ourselves. There is a story, just like in this picture, that this girl had taught by the Buddha. I think I taught this yesterday, but in more detail. But let me go very quick. He taught all the people at the time, and this little girl has have chance to listen to him. And after the Buddha left the town, she was impressed by his teachings. So she practiced being mindful and be aware of herself that death can come to her at any time at young age. And for 3 years, when the Buddha returned like once again, she has a chance to listen to his wisdom again and thus allow herself to attain the wisdom, become enlightened on the first level though. But at the very least, she finds herself the life, the purpose that allow herself to be happy for the present and after. Number 2, do not be negligent thinking that we are still young. Yes. Why am I put that little Yoda? What does it have to do with this? Well, this is the different species. I read on the Wikipedia that these little young boys that you see in here, he may look young, but he is 50 years old. So, we may not live that long just like this species, but something telling us that, hey, if we look at ourselves in the mirror every day, we may not notice what's the change in us. But little by little, day by day, we are getting old at every second. So that's everyone. Do not be negligent that we still live forever and we are still young. So this reminding that it can happen. Death can approaching us at any time. So we must not be careless. Number 3, do not be negligent thinking that we are still healthy. Yes, this is something that strikes to some. Some people are try to taking care of their health, but then suddenly accident do happen. Or sometimes we are thought that, oh, I'm still strong, and then one day went to the hospital. This happened to my father in his case. I live with him and he's still, happy and healthy, but he just feel the pain on his back and he just thought, maybe he should go take a check. And when we check, yes, he found a cancer on his bone and his lung. And that's it. It's just the turning point in my life. And that's do not be careless as well. Number 4. Now let's take a turn of the feeling now. That's about our life, our health. This time is about our time. Do not be negligent thinking that we have plenty of time. What do you mean plenty of time? Well, plenty of time is mean that, for example, when you wake up in the morning, who knows what's going to happen? So there are plenty of time we can do a lot of things. That is already careless. So that's do not be negligent. That we will strive on in every moment. Try to make ourselves not living in negligence. Number 5, this is the story I like to focus on today. Do not be negligent thinking that doing good deeds can wait. Yes, everyone, have you ever thought of that? I myself many times, and today I came to realize, and that's making some donations, some good already. So what I did in the story is that, well, there were once upon a time, there was this young man in the picture. Okay. Oh, this is the wrong presentation again. Oh, no, why? Just go with this one. I thought I changed it. Oh well. What happened in here is that this man, he is very poor. Poor to the point at the time he don't have any name. So people call him the most suffering man in town. How would that be? That's his name translation. The most suffering man in town because he's so poor, he don't have anything to eat. And then one day he met one man, another man who is friendly enough. And he asked, hey, he asked this poor man, would you like to make some donation? But the man said, sir, I am so poor. How can I give and help people? Then the young man told this poor man said that, do you know why you are very poor? Why, sir? Because you never give. You never help. You only beg for people. When you don't give anything in return, how can you get something that you want back? You should start by doing good deed. But how can I do so? If you have good intention, the good intention will lead you to your goal. If at least you try. But this poor man, he think very hard. All right, what is it that I should do then? Tomorrow there are 1,000 monks coming to the town. So we all share each other to bring the food to support the monk. Would you like to donate at just one? Yeah, I'll do that. I will try my best. But this young man, he miscount. And on the next day, this poor man, he went to work very hard. He went to one of the wealthy man's house. He said, sir, can I do some work so I can get some food? The wealthy man said, well, all you did is ask for food. You never worked before. What's make you change your mind? Then this poor man said, venerable sir, sir, tomorrow is my lucky day. I am going to be making first offering meal to the monk. This is the first time ever in my life. I like to do some good deeds. So please give me some opportunity to work for you. And in return, whatever I get from you, I will offer to the monk. Oh, all right then. How about go getting some wood for me to cook, because I am going to feed some 50 monks tomorrow as well. That's about a number I made up. Okay. But anyway, so he worked for the whole day very hard, and then he got uh, enough money for him to buy rice to offer for the monk for one person. For one person only, work for a whole day. That's how difficult his life is. But he worked very hard. And then when he went home, he has a wife too, you know. So, but luckily his wife really loved him. So he said, hey, you know, tomorrow I am going to feed the monk. The wife said, sir, tomorrow, oh, we hardly feed ourselves. How can we feed the monk? If we try ourselves, we can do. Here, I work myself. I got the rice. All right, then I will find some fish to offer to the monk. So she went to cook for him. And then the next morning, she cooked and prepared the rice with fried fish. So he went to the temple and went to meet the young man who told him to do some good deeds. And that young man said, oh, well, good morning. What's up? You know, just greeting. This is in my version. Okay, so the poor man said, well, I am come to receive one monk to eat at my home. Let me check whose monk is available. When he checked, oh, I forgot to book one monk for this poor man. Oh, I am so sorry. I forgot to book the monk for you. What, sir? I give my whole life to do this. Please, is there any monk available? You have like 1,000. It can be just booked by everyone. Well, I am sorry, everyone is booked, but there is one person only. He is still not receiving yet. Would you like to go? Where is it, sir? I will try my best if I can. There is that one. He is not coming out from his place yet, so you can go wait. So when he went there, and the place that he went, it was not normal place. There was a king, a richest man, a wealthy man, and all governors waiting in front of that house. That is because it is the house where the Buddha resides. The Buddha, at the time, he was meditating. Meditating what? Checking who would be the worthy of his round in that morning. And he just found out it this poor man. So when he coming out, everyone was waiting. The king and everyone's waiting in front of the house to receive the Buddha's bowl. But the Buddha walked straight and gave his bowl to this poor man. The king was not believe, and all the richest man also does not believe in their eyes. What would this poor man like have to offer for the Buddha? They do not believe it. So they follow the Buddha to his home. So when they follow the Buddha to his home, they found that he offering the meal is so delicious and smelly. Well, of course, not smelly in a bad way, in a good way, you know. It smells very good. The way I'm speaking, I'm hungry now. So anyway, so I'm trying to cut down the taste, okay? So what my point is that he has a chance to offer to the Buddha. And because of that deed, from that moment on, every time, whenever he goes somewhere, it reminds him of his sacrifice on that day that he had. Without that deed, if he wait for the next day, next year, he would not be able to have this chance. So that's everyone. Good things, good deeds, do not wait. If the opportunity to come, then if you let it slip away, then it will be gone and you might regret it forever. So do not keep it wet. All right. So that's one thing of the story. Now, number 6, do not be negligent thinking that we can continue what we do tomorrow. There are many people in this world never waking up in the morning when they went to bed at night. So thus, we never know what tomorrow may be. But at the very least, we must strive on to do what we have or are able to do in the moment. To do the good deeds, at the very least, can make our mind find at peace, just like you just did, whether they are meditating or listening to the wisdom talk that I share with you today. Number 7. Do not be negligent thinking that our parents are not yet old. This is the one that I still regret, because when I was like 9 or 8 years as a monkhood, I thought that my parents are still healthy, and I even thinking that they, oh, all right, thank you. Or I even thinking that they're gonna live like 80 years. But as it turned out, when my father earlier, I mentioned that he feeling the pain on his back, so he went to have X-ray at the hospital, and it just turned out he has cancer on his lung and his bone, and his health began to deteriorate, and I was unable to do anything. Yes, so therefore, this is something that making me realize that not everyone living at forever with us forever. So we must cherish our time being with them. All right. This is number 7 and number 8. All right, because some maybe you can to have negligence or have okay, have negligence. All right, all right. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. All right. Let's just go with this first. I cannot fix that now. Okay. Thanks for the tip. Do not be negligent thinking that our family members are fine, so there should be not be any problem. This is also my regret. Why? Because when my father was ill, I am the Buddhist monk. I thought that I cannot do anything for him, but only, listen to him and watching him or staying next to him. But instead, my sister, she is also a doctor, and so she taking care of him until the last moment of his life, and that is her, I would call her her good memories or her impressions, her proud moment that she had done to her parents. But as for myself, when I regret this, the only thing that I can do now is every good deed I perform, I send him my loving kindness. And this is something that we should not be careless. All right. Number 9. This one is my own experience. Do not be negligent thinking that we drive like a professional, so there will be no accidents. The reason I put this is to remind me, to tell you the story of my life. If you see this car, it is Mitsubishi Eclipse 1995 model. This is my first car ever. I have a white one. My parents bought me as my present for a surprise, and I pay them back in kind. I totaled it. I thought that I'm a professional, and I totaled it just only 2 months after I received the car. But luckily, no one bought with me, and I don't have any accident on that hurt me. But the car is total. But if on that day I don't drive too fast, I don't be like this. This would not happen. And this, remember everyone, while you drive in the car, do not be negligent. Accident can happen at any time. As myself, I regret it such a way as my car. I only have it 2 months. Oh well. Number 10. Do not be negligent thinking that we still have plenty of money or wealth. Yes, everyone. Money is something that we need in our daily life in order to live our life. The more we have, the more comfortable life we have. But if we are thinking that it will remain with us forever, we are wrong. For example, I could not recall. Here we go. One of the Chinese investor, he is very rich, but when something did happen, I think his name is Jack Ma, right? He is the owner of Alibaba. He owned the empire, rich, but with one comment to the government taking everything away from him. Well, now he don't have any control. The wealth is less and less. Now, this can also happen in our life too. Some people, there was the story in the time of the Buddha as well, that there was a wealthy man But at the time, they do not have the bank. For what they do is they put their treasure and wealth in the bin or in the pot, and they buried it. Or if it in the Western country, they would put it in a treasure box and bury it somewhere, writing the map, right? Same thing. They did the same thing in the past. But what happened is, as the rain come very hard, and it just take away, and take away the treasure that buried in the ground. So some people losing their wealth over that, or some people losing their map. They forgot where they hidden the treasure. So in the end, this is something can also happen to our life as well. Now we have bank system, but who know if the bank is broke, how can they pay us back? Who know? This is something that we must also be careful as well. Never be negligent. Number 11. I don't think I need to go too much on this. You know what this picture means, right, everyone? Do not be negligent, thinking that our power and good fortune will remain forever, as in the story of Game of Thrones. I never watched it though, but my friend tell me it's something about story and fortune that everyone fighting over in order to get it. But once they maintain it, it doesn't remain with them forever. So that's everyone. Our life also like that as well. It never stay with us forever, at the very least for temporary. And last of the negligence today, do not be negligent thinking that people with inferior status cannot do anything against us. Just like in history itself, in the French Revolution, what happened to the kings Louis XVI, he's already repeating and telling us what happened. So these are negligence that we need to be reminded. So that's I like to leave you with these words. Those who be negligent in the mention, half of him is already dead. But those who do not, he will be able to completely grasp the essence of life. Thus, everyone, please live your life in a way that you won't be negligent. So when we wake up in each morning, the day we find can be either be the first or the last of our remaining days. Thus, everyone, hopefully this can be helping you remind yourself to use the time for the good deed and be prepared for whatever to come. And that's everyone. That is something I like to leave with you today. And for the announcements for next week, we have our guest teaching monk. In fact, he's one that I respect very much. He's our abbot at Dhammakaya, London, Venerable Ronapop Jyotirapo. So he will be our next guest teaching monks on next Saturday. So come join us again at the same time in Zoom. So stay tuned. And more announcement. Let me say my stuff on almost there, Miss Nancy. Okay. All right. This is my week course schedule. If anyone interested to come join, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, we have the DMEU on Zoom and in person at our temple, except Saturday though. But on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I have my own Zoom room. Anyone can join. And also, if you have a clubhouse, yes, a clubhouse is an app that use voice and audio to chat. So I guide meditation on this clubhouse. If you have a time, don't forget to come join us on this same time, 2:30 to 3 p.m. Searching for GTM Inner Peace Club for the schedule. All right. And oops. All right. I think that's probably it. Oh, one last thing. All this record, everything that I share will be recorded on my posting on my Great Teaching Monk channel on YouTube. Anyone interested to go for the review, this is the place. So thank you very much for your time. And I would like to return the mic to our MC today.
Thank you so much, เจ้าค่ะหลวงพี่พิสิทธิ์ That was very helpful Dhamma today. We enjoy very much. If anyone would like to pay respect to our teaching monk, please bow 3 times. Bow, bow, bow.